This is VOA News. Via remote, I'm Marissa Melton. U.S. consumer prices surged at an annual pace of 7.5% in January. It was the fastest increase in 4 decades, according to the Labor Department on Thursday. Americans are facing higher costs for automobiles, household furniture, and appliances, according to the government. While some of those purchases can be delayed, U.S. household budgets are being squeezed by something everyone needs: food, with consumers facing higher prices for meat, eggs, citrus fruit, and now produce as well. Gasoline prices for motorists also remain high. The inflationary surge is being fueled by coronavirus related supply and demand issues. In some cases, manufacturers have been unable to make enough of their products and at the same time face a shortage of shippers and truckers to get their goods into stores and showrooms. U.S. President Joe Biden said in a statement there are signs the U.S. will make it through this challenge. He said forecasters say inflation will ease substantially by the end of 2022. Meanwhile, many employers are looking for more workers, despite about 6.5 million workers remaining unemployed in the United States. French police warned Thursday they would prevent so-called freedom convoys from blockading Paris, as protesting truckers have done in the Canadian capital of Ottawa. The truckers are protesting mandatory COVID-19 vaccinations for truckers crossing in and out of Canada to deliver goods. Inspired by the Ottawa protest, French truckers and other motorists are answering a call to converge on Paris on Friday. The movement has raised fears of the French anti-government protest of 2018 recurring just months before Emmanuel Macron is expected to seek re-election. VOA News. A former U.S. National Guard member and veteran of the war in Iraq has received a 6-month prison sentence for punching 2 police officers during the January 6, 2021 assault on the U.S. Capitol. Mark Leffingwell of Seattle pleaded guilty to a felony assault charge in U.S. District Court on Thursday. Prosecutors had asked for a sentence of 27 months in prison, but Judge Amy Berman Jackson chose a lighter sentence because she said Leffingwell had exhibited remorse and did not have a prior criminal history. Jackson is one of several federal judges in the District of Columbia who have sharply criticized the riot on January 6th of last year. On Thursday, she said it is, quote, not legitimate political discourse to descend on the nation's capital on behalf of a disappointed former president and disrupt the electoral process. Leffingwell, for his part, said he was, quote, embarrassed by his actions. The Justice Department said last month that more than 225 people have been charged with assaulting, resisting, or impeding officers or government employees during the January 6th attack. The Justice Department said approximately 140 police officers were assaulted that day. 4 of those police officers later took their own lives. Britain's Prince Charles announced Thursday he has tested positive for COVID-19. It was the second time the heir to the British throne has tested positive. The prince's condition was announced on his official Twitter account Thursday. It said he is self-isolating. The 73-year-old prince first contracted COVID-19 in March of 2020. His office says he's fully vaccinated and has received a booster shot. The World Health Organization's regional director for Africa said Thursday that as long as people remain vigilant, the continent is on track for controlling the pandemic. During a regular COVID-19 briefing conducted remotely, the regional director said the focus should now be on getting vaccinations to people who need them. She said Africa still lags behind the rest of the world in COVID-19 vaccinations, with just 11% of the total population vaccinated. Uganda said Thursday a ruling by the International Court of Justice ordering it to pay $325 million in reparations to the Democratic Republic of Congo was, quote, unfair and wrong. Wednesday's ruling by the UN top court came 17 years after the court ruled that Uganda had to pay reparations for its role in the brutal conflicts in the DRC that lasted from 1998 to 2003. The court ruled the DRC had failed to prove its African neighbor was directly responsible for any more than 15,000 of the people